Hello and welcome to Cosmo Muse Tarot and another 5-minute Friday for your yes, no, maybe questions. So today we've got 4 different stones, all in sort of like a green, blue to green spectrum here. And before I go over each of the stones representing each of the 4 piles, just a few little housekeeping things. 5-minute Friday is sort of a shorthand for a short reading. They typically go closer to like 8 minutes. And then when you are phrasing your yes, no, maybe questions, just so that everyone is kind of phrasing things in the same direction, which makes interpretation both on my part and your part easier. Phrase it so that the outcome, that question, if yes were the outcome to your question, that would be what you would most desire. Okay, that being said, let's go over the 4 piles. Pile 1, we have blue Orca Agate. Oops. Pile 2, we've got Aquamarine. Pile 3, we've got Malachite. And pile 4, we have a Jade palm stone. Okay, for those of you that like the breath work I do, we will do that now. So place your feet firmly on the ground, feel the stability under you. Take a deep breath just to get into embodiment and feel sort of weighted down, held by the earth in your body. Now take another breath and suck the oxygen up, up, up to the place between your brows. Hold that. Suck in a little more air to add pressure, and then out loud exhale. Opening up inspiration, the crown chakra, as well as your higher self, and feeling into your body the correct pile feeling just settled in your body when you focus on it. So ask yourself which pile is yours, and there should be sort of like a settled feeling and anchoring feeling to it. All right, let's move into the readings. Timestamps are in the descriptions below, and I will start with pile 1. See you in your readings. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your yes, no, maybe reading. You guys are the blue Orca Agate. And just a quick intuitive hit I got from your stone as I was shuffling your cards was there's just like a general sort of anxiety stemming from like finding it hard to orient. So that's either something around your general energy right now or something around this question. There may be something that's you're struggling to feel like you have an orientation in. So there's like a nebulous feeling, which is creating some anxiety here. So just some context, not necessarily about whether this is yes, no, maybe, but some general energy being felt here. So we're going to start with this top row. It's the tarot cards to see if we can tease out what this is. Yes, no, maybe. Beautiful. 6 of Wands is always a great sign. 7 of Cups. Okay. And 10 of Wands upside down. Yeah, that makes sense. So this has every potential in the world to be a yes. And the only reason I'm going to say that this is a maybe is this 10 of Wands in reverse absolutely correlates to that nebulous feeling of like not being able to orient. So this could have something to do with a big vision, but that vision has like been turned on its head. Something's shifting about it. And I'm hoping to see in the other cards that we turn over maybe some advice about how to find your clarity again, how to reestablish your vision. Because if you can kind of pull yourself out of, like, I feel like you're too close to too many details or something right now, and if you can kind of step back and reestablish where your aim is around this question, I think, there is every possibility of a lot of success here, a lot of victory here, as well as a lot of connection to connecting into really valuable inner resources you have that can steer you toward greater empowerment in your life. But they may be, like the thing, and this actually may help with where some disoriented feeling is coming from. Whatever is in front of you right now, I think there's maybe a lot of options, and that's why there's some sort of nebulousness and confusion about where the aim should be. And you need to drop into your heart instead of visibly orienting or deciphering which is the best sort of path for you. You need to close your eyes. There's no logic and no visible thing here you should be chasing. It's in your heart, and that thing, that focus you need may be something that is a little bit unique or different, that doesn't look or seem as appealing to you as other options, other potential ways to fix your aim or to fix the direction you're kind of going with whatever this question pertains to. So yeah, you need to drop into your heart and really connect to what makes you happy, what feels good to you, no matter outside appearances. There's something here about you shouldn't be aiming to please anybody else. There's some personal connection to pleasing yourself right now, doing things that make you feel pleasure no matter what the outside world thinks. And this will really help to fix your aim, or get your aim more oriented and more focused. And this will bring your shine out. When you're giving to, focusing on, putting effort into what's authentically pleasing to you, that's naturally going to give you a greater luminosity and more attractiveness around whatever this question is in terms of what the world sees. So don't let the world direct what you do. But paradoxically, when you do what makes you feel pleasure and happiness, your shine then attracts attention from the outside world saying, congratulations, beautiful, we love, whatever, So hopefully that helps here. But it is a process, and it does take kind of going inward and really connecting into yourself. So I've given you the tools, some thoughts, some suggestions of how to gear this towards a yes, but it is a maybe right now. So there's things you have to do to sway it into the yes. So let's look at the astrology cards and see what other context is coming through here. Yeah, Cancer, you need to go into yourself, into your depths, into your inner world, and figure out what it is that makes you happy, that aligns within you, and follow that. And if you do follow that, you're really going to find the communities and allies you need to turn this into the yes, to find some sort of victory around whatever your question is. Okay, let's see what your oracle cards are. You've got Awaken. I think that's the sensation you're going to get when you go into yourself and you find that thing within you that feels right, that feels grounded and settled and like a deep guttural about how you're orienting your direction, I think that you suddenly awaken. And it's not just that your aim becomes more focused and things settle and the anxiety subsides, but there's like there's like an awakening that happens, that all of a sudden you're like, oh, I know exactly now my, not just A to B, but to C to D to E to E to F to G, you know, like I know so far ahead now where to go. Like that aim isn't just 10 feet in front of you, it's a million steps in front of you, you know, like you just, everything expands, everything makes sense and broadens and orients, and it's, yeah, beautiful. Okay, let's see what your tea leaves have to say. Legs, stepping into a new experience, and flowers, happiness. Follow happiness. Follow any threads of happiness where you're finding pleasure and joy for yourself, not for the sake of any external force or projections. What is making you happy? Continue to follow that, and it will awaken you, and it will give you the courage to step into, like new things. And I just hear also a leg up, like getting a leg up in that victory. Beautiful. All right, so this is where I'm going to leave you, pile one. All the potential for a yes here, just, you have to do some things to turn it from a maybe to a yes, though. Okay, if this resonated, I always appreciate a thumbs up. Little comments are fun, and definitely subscribe if you're not yet. All right, see you guys. Hello, pile two. If this is you guys, you are the Aquamarine pile. And just a quick intuitive hit I got as I was focusing on your stone while shuffling your cards and doing your draw was just like a lot of lively, vibrant, beautiful energy. Just something uplifting here, but like lively in a, not in like a lightweight way, in like a passionate way, in a, I don't know, like your mind is having fun, your body's having fun, something. So it doesn't have to do with the yes or no, but just some energy I'm feeling, whether that's just your general personal energy right now or something around, energy around your question. Okay, we're going to start with this top row, which is the tarot, and we are going to see if we can decipher a yes, no here. Yeah, Lovers, beautiful. Definitely feel that. The Emperor, okay. And the Sun, wow, totally. This is a big yes. This is definitely a yes. There were no reversals. 3 major arcanas, and not just any major arcanas, very, very fortunate major arcanas. I think you are, whatever's going on with this question, continue to follow what lights you up. Continue to follow having fun with this, as well as using what is lighting you up and what is feeling beautifully aligned and fun in you to not just be here for the moment and enjoy it for what it is and let it disappear. Like, it's time to actually act on this and use this, whatever's lighting you up, to create some new order. Use that as inspiration to create some sort of new structure, new order, new direction happening. So there's something to be acted on here. And I think you already know that. But yeah, as long as you sort of act on things here and don't just waste the fun and liveliness coming in and not actually do something with it, to establish something with it, to assert something in your life with this, it's a yes. The only place where this is a maybe is if you just kind of, squander this. But I feel like you wouldn't be at this question if you were doing that anyway. But teeny percentage, maybe potential for a couple of you to squander this, to get a maybe instead of a yes. But yeah, everything is going in all of the right directions. I'm just feeling that call to action with the Emperor, that like, yeah, you've got to step up to the plate and kind of be brave and assertive and take action on what this is inspiring in you right now to put something into motion. Okay, let's look at your astrology. We've got Pluto rebirth, dignified strength. Wow, this is really powerful. Ninth house exploration. So whatever this question pertains to has every potential to transform your life, to broaden the scope of how you're seeing, how you do see, to push your boundaries and to expand things, and you have a lot of strength in doing this. Sometimes when we do that, when we push our boundaries and we push ourselves to transform, to look under the surface of life, it can bring like a destabilizing effect, but it's like you're so strongly in your alignment and in what's lighting you up that you've got this, and you're very strong in that, and pushing your boundaries, and seeing what's under the surface, in empowering yourself and expanding your life, your perspectives, your views, whatever it is. There could be something with foreign travel here that could be great. But definitely recognizing what your resources are, what your power is, and claiming that. And I think you have all of the upper hand right now to be able to do this without any issue. Okay, let's look at your oracle cards. Svadhisthana, which is the sacral chakra. So yeah, what is lighting you up? What is making you feel in your flow, bringing you pleasure and joy? Follow that. Follow your happiness. It is showing you where your deepest alignment is and where your greatest joy is. Use your sensitivity to your advantage. That may be a really powerful, deep resource you have access to, is a certain sensitivity that helps direct you based on what feels joyful to you, pleasurable to you. A lot of being able to mold life here too. Okay, let's look at your oracle or your tea leaf. So fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So for a lot of you, this could be a question relating to some kind of business question, opportunity, idea, and it's saying that you've got the shrewdness. You are clever right now. So you use that to your advantage. And falling on Pluto, this is a source of power for you. Whatever you're feeling clever and resourceful around, this will empower you. And then goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. That doesn't surprise me in the least bit, and that just speaks for itself. Falling on the sun and the ninth house, it's just like, yeah, something's lighting you up. You're very much so pushing your boundaries, and it's bringing increase. So stick with it. Everything looks so great. Just, be assertive with what you've got going on here instead of squandering it, because by you stepping up to the plate and taking action, you are bringing in just amazing yeses here. Okay, this is where I'm going to leave you, pile 2. If you liked this reading, I always appreciate a thumbs up. Little comments are definitely fun to read, and definitely subscribe if you're not yet. All right, see you guys. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your yes, no, maybe reading. You guys are the Malachite group, and just a quick sort of intuitive hit I got from your stone as I was shuffling and drawing cards for your pile was sort of like, I kept getting these S words come out to me: seeking, seeing. It's like very slithery, snake, like you're close to the ground, but like in a sort of sensual way, like seeking and seeing what gives you pleasure, what's alluring, what's magnetic. There was something kind of felt slow and composed, and yeah, I don't know. So it doesn't really have to do with your yes, no, just sort of a vibe I was getting, either something around this question or your energy right now. So to start this reading, we're going to look at this top row, which are the tarot cards, to see if we can tease out the yes, no, maybe here. So we've got Knight of Wands, beautiful. Wheel of Fortune, okay. And Seven of Swords. Okay, interesting. What I am getting here, this is a maybe. The Seven of Swords can be a little bit of a tough card. So the way you can turn this into a yes and get that wheel of life moving, I think you're desiring sort of a new chapter. So this question may be something that would either lead you to a new chapter or something about trying to establish or get into something new, or a shift or a change of something. I think your energy is the Knight of Wands. I think you have a lot of willingness, ambition to put in the work to move, to shake up your life. I think you're very open-minded and passionate right now to make some sort of shift when it comes to this question. And to me, what the Seven of Swords is indicating is like you need to just like we see with the Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, these figures to me I don't have any sense that they think anyone is watching them. I think they're just doing their thing. They're in their element. They're enjoying themselves. They're moving in ways that they're feeling inspired to move. And I think with the Seven of Swords card, this person here is a little bit stuck because there's like a lot of intruding energy, watching too much how others are doing what they do, trying to do your thing in a way that others are doing it that are having success, or taking the opinions of the outside world too much to heart, and it's like paralyzed you almost. Like there's a sense in the body here of not feeling free to move how it wants to move without any inhibition. There's like a lot of inhibition here. And then we see this white figure, and that's sort of like what you're desiring, is this lightness, this freedom to move how you want to move. And it's by turning your back on all of the intrusions, whether that's been you fixating too much on the outside world, or the outside world having way too much influence and hooks in you. Like it's time to take the hooks out, whether you are the one that placed them there or they caught you from outside of yourself. It's time to take them out. It's time to feel more free to only answer to what makes you happy, to act on what makes you feel inspired, to put to bed any sort of outside algorithm, appeal, modeling, whatever it is. it's paralyzed something about this question or even your sense of self. And yeah, where I feel so deeply that like where you're wanting to move is just that freedom to move with what inspires you despite any sort of anything on the outside. So if you can find a way to do this, you can tip this towards a yes. I feel like it's in you. I feel like you want that. But it's finding the way to let go of these hooks so that you can do that. So let's see if these other cards give any insight into ways to do that so that this can be more of a yes for more of you. So progressions, journey, yeah. Things in your, like I definitely would consider myself like astrologically much more proficient. I mean, I feel very proficient with Oracle and tarot and whatnot, but like I've studied astrology for 25 years plus. Like I feel very anchored in that, like very, very secure in my capabilities there. And the link I'm seeing between Wheel of Fortune and progressions is very deep. There's something in your astrological chart, a big shift happening that is going to take you into a different chapter. But there's some unwinding that you need to do from the chapter you've been in, where there's some hooks in you. And so I do feel like it's inevitable that you come more into this chapter, bringing, a new chapter coming in, bringing you more into moving according to what you want to do. But there is a matter of time that it's going to take to unhook from this past chapter. But I do feel like it's a big chapter. So a big chapter shift in your life. And it's just like, I think whatever this question is oriented around, I think there is a transition time that's inevitable. So I would just be patient with this. And that makes sense why I felt that snake energy. Anytime there is a big shift, there is destabilization, and we do have to kind of get closer to the ground in survival mode to feel things out. What is this is new, what is this? I need to use my 5 senses to understand this. Before I can intellectualize it, I need my body to feel it, and I do have such a body sense here in general. So I think in this transition time, leaving one chapter and starting, new things already starting to come online in the next, old things still needing to be unraveled from the last, you're like in this transition mode. There's hooks you're needing to undo. So I'm going to say this is, now that I've seen this progressions, that this is a yes, but you need to be patient here. This is not going to happen overnight. It takes some time to, entanglements from the past need to unwind and new things need to be anchored in. It's, that transition it's just time, Okay. Gemini, cross-pollinate. So lighten up. This is a note to lighten up, to follow whatever it is you're wanting to express, but not commit very deeply to anything right now. Just have fun, flirt with life. This will help this transition. And then Mars, motion. To me, this is a double-edged sword. You're needing to cut the cords of certain things from the past and clear paths for certain things you're wanting to go towards. So Mars is saying like you do have that energy, along with like that Knight of Wands. I feel that you have the energy and you're needing to use both ways of cutting cords, cutting paths, cutting cords, cutting paths. It takes time to do both, and you're having to do both at the same time. But this is also a 22, which is saying master builder here. You have what it takes. Trust yourself. Keep moving forward with whichever thing is presenting itself in the moment, because I think you're very down in instinctual places right now. What's the thing in front of you? Is this cutting a cord? is this clearing a path. Whichever thing is right in front of you each step of the way, just swing that sword. So, yeah, okay, let's look at your oracle cards to end this out. Ajna, you have an inner knowing right now. Really stay plugged into your intuition. Again, closing your eyes to the outer world, getting into your inner world. You know what you need to know. Yeah, nothing from the outside world can give you the right answers. You can give you the right answers. So you need to go inward and find those things. Even ask yourself simple yes, no questions that are very simple and easy to connect to, or And through that, like, you'll start to realize how much you already know that you need to know. And you'll start to really trust that. And then you'll just allow those knowings to come without having to like do a lot of efforting there. Okay, last we've got boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Beautiful. That's, I mean, a great, and I'm thinking of the boat as that transition, moving you from one place to the other. And so maybe there's some sort of financial support coming in to help you with this transition. And then angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Yeah, trust that this is protected. It's meant to happen. You're on your way. It's protected. It just takes time. There's a lot of support coming in to help you, and you have a lot of inner knowing within you of knowing what to do. All right, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. If this resonated, I always appreciate a little thumbs up. Little comments are also fun to read, and definitely subscribe if you're not yet. All right, see you guys. Hello, Pile 4. Welcome to your yes, no, maybe reading. You guys are this beautiful dark jade. And just a quick intuitive hit I got from this stone as I was shuffling and drawing your cards was sort of like, and this doesn't really have to do with the yes, no, it's just some context to add in, whether it's around your current energy or some energy around your question. I got this sense of like an aha coming through, of like something you've struggled to like figure out or get right, but you've kept at it, and it's like this time it's clicking. And you may not even be able to intellectualize why. There's just like a sense in you of like, this way. Oh, I got it this way. Do this. And I don't know, it's like a subtle thing, but there's some sort of shift where it's like something is making more sense or going more right, which makes me feel good about what we might see up here, but it is just a general context. So to actually find the yes, no, maybe, we're going to look at your tarot cards up here and see if we can tease that out. So we've got the Tower, the Devil, interesting, and the Eight of Swords. Wow, okay. I think, okay. I think this is a yes, despite what appearances may say with these cards, that none of them are easy that came out, but along with what I felt with your stone, it suddenly clicked of like what's going on here. I think this is where you've been trapped, maybe like doing something over and over and not quite being able to get something right, like you've felt trapped because you've had too much attachment to either outside, like outside instruction or outside what's the word I'm trying to get here? I don't even know. Like outside influence or outside instruction or authority outside of you. It's like you've been too attached to that, and it's kept you trapped in doing things in a certain way where you haven't been able to unleash your expression correctly. Like releasing your own instinct that you have. It's like you're trying to do it by the book, and it's kept you trapped. But something has happened where you're cracking out of this. So that's where I feel like the yes is happening. The Tower, paradoxically, normally I would be like, oh, the Tower, something's falling apart. But I think you've been needing something to fall apart in order for you to get the yes for this question. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like that reliance on some sort of construct and outside authority or outside convention that's kept you stuffed in a box and relying on the how-to from someone else and not on your own instinct is shattering. And suddenly it's like an instinct within you can no longer be contained by that patterning and is just breaking free. And suddenly it's like, oh yeah, this, I got it. I don't even know what I'm doing differently. I just feel more free and it's going more right. Yeah, so that's where I'm feeling the yes. So anything that feels like it's breaking you out of something, especially some convention that's held you sort of captive. Yeah, like it's crumbling apart here and things are starting to click. So keep following that. Shed any constructs that are already naturally shedding and keep following your personal instincts here. Okay, let's look at your astrology. Aquarius, yes, exactly. You're liberating from something. You're freeing your expression to be more with your inner authority, your instinct coming from your personal passion point. This is a full liberation of something around this question. It's beautiful. And then Jupiter, and it's going to expand. It's bringing in an expansion. You just need to trust yourself. Liberate from what's held you in, trust yourself, and push forward, push your boundaries, push out of old boundaries. It's really great. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at your Oracle core. Aries and core, to me, I think of Aries as ruling the right or the yang side of our solar plexus, which is our core. So this makes absolute sense to me of like, head first, just break through anything that is holding you back from being you. Be assertive, move forward. Your strength, your willpower, your confidence is starting to rise. So just like lean into that. And then we've got wall, misunderstanding. I think, you're breaking through some wall that's contained you in somewhere that you're not meant to be contained. You are misunderstanding what some sort of construct was, what some sort of boundary was, that it was like protecting you or helping you, and now you're realizing that was a misunderstanding, and that wall is not to be something that contains you. And then we've got bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Beautiful. So maybe this new sort of confidence rising in you is making you a bit more magnetic in general. Okay, beautiful. This is where I'm going to leave you, pile 4. If this resonated, I always appreciate a thumbs up. Little comments are always great to read, and definitely subscribe if you're not yet. All right, see you guys.